just because he carelessly mocked an old monk's voice, saying, "It sounds like a dog barking." He was reborn as a dog for 500 lifetimes. He suffered hunger, beatings, and rejection. And every time he barked, it reminded him of the words he once spoke. Do you still think words are just empty air? After hearing this story, you will never dare to mock another person again. The story of just one careless criticism. A painful lesson that almost everyone is making. In the time of the Buddha, there was a large monastery deep within a quiet, ancient forest. In that monastery lived two bhikkhus sharing a small hermitage. The younger monk was named Tuesday Kong. His chanting voice was clear and resonant, like the ringing of a bell, whenever he led the assembly in chanting. Both monks and laypeople would sit in complete stillness, eyes gently closed, their minds resting in mindfulness as they followed each sound. The elder monk was named Tuesday High, already over 80 years old. He had practiced diligently since his youth, strictly upheld the precepts, and possessed deep meditative concentration. However, due to old age, most of his teeth were gone, and his chanting voice had become hoarse and weak, sometimes broken, sometimes barely audible, lacking melody. At times he would cough in the middle of a verse. At other times his voice rasped like wind slipping through cracks in an old wooden door. The Sangha still respected him deeply for his virtue. But Tuesday Kong, despite having good spiritual potential himself, gradually developed a sense of arrogance. One evening after the chanting session, hearing how difficult it was to listen to the elder monk chant, Tuesday Kong casually blurted out to several younger monks, "Senior monk Tuesday High's chanting is really unpleasant, just like a dog barking out there." The remark was meant as a joke, without deep malicious intent, but it was spoken in front of many people. The elder monk heard it, simply smiled gently, and quietly returned to his hermitage. Tuesday Kong gave it no further thought, assuming it was just an offhand comment. Not long afterward, Tuesday Kong passed away due to a serious illness. Because of his diligent practice and pure observance of the precepts, he did not fall into severe lower realms. However, that single instance of harsh speech became a powerful karmic seed, causing his consciousness to be reborn as a dog. Not for one lifetime, but for 500 consecutive lifetimes. He lived as a dog, sometimes a house dog, sometimes a stray, enduring hunger, cold, beatings, and being chased away. Each time he barked, he heard the echo of his own barking. And deep within his consciousness, a faint awareness remained. In great pain, he realized, "This is the karmic result of that sentence I spoke long ago." 500 lifetimes passed like a long, painful dream, when Shakyamuni Buddha appeared in the world, thanks to the merit from past lives of keeping the precepts and practicing the Dharma. That monk was reborn as a human in a poor family in the city of Sabatthi. However, His karma of speech had not yet been fully exhausted. From birth, his body was not that of a normal human. He had the head and body of a dog, but the intelligence and speech of a human. People called him the barking human. Despite having the body of a dog, the barking human possessed a strong aspiration for the Dharma. Hearing of the Buddha, he struggled his way to Jetavana Monastery, lying prostrate outside the gate, not daring to enter due to shame over his strange appearance. With his divine vision, the Blessed One saw clearly the causes and conditions of the past, and instructed Ananda to bring him inside. Before the assembly, the Buddha recounted the story from the time of Buddha Kassapa *. This being was the Bhikkhu Tuesday Kong in the past. Because of a single instance of harsh speech, he had to endure 500 lifetimes as a dog. Now, due to strict observance of the precepts and meritorious practice, he has been reborn as a human and has encountered me. Yet he must still bear the body of a dog in order to fully repay his old karma. Upon hearing this, the barking human knelt before the Buddha, tears streaming down his face, and deeply repented. The Buddha taught him the practice of contemplating karma of speech, explained the power of right speech, and encouraged him to practice meditation diligently. With the spiritual foundation cultivated over many lifetimes, the barking human quickly attained arahantship, his mind completely liberated and free from all defilements, although he retained the body of a dog until the end of his life. His mind was pure, peaceful, and entirely free from suffering. When the barking human entered nirvana, his dog's body transformed into radiant light and rose into the sky. The assembly witnessed this, and their faith in the law of cause and effect, and the power of speech, grew even stronger. This story reminds us that words are not just passing air. A single harsh sentence, even unintentional, even spoken once, can plant seeds of suffering that last across many lifetimes. In the Noble Eightfold Path, the Buddha taught that right speech is a vital factor, not lying, not speaking divisively, not using harsh words, and not engaging in idle talk. Harsh speech not only wounds the listener, the speaker ultimately bears the heaviest karmic result. Today, in modern life, we easily blurt out criticism, sarcasm, and ridicule, sometimes over the smallest irritation. On social media, malicious comments and anonymous insults flow even more freely, often without any thought. Remember the Bhikkhu Tuesday Kong of the past. Just one sentence, like a dog barking, caused 500 lifetimes of suffering. Do we really want ourselves or our loved ones to face similar consequences because of a single moment of lost mindfulness? Practice right speech every day. Before speaking, ask yourself 3 questions. Is this true? Is this necessary? Is this beneficial and spoken with kindness? By doing so, we not only protect others from harm, but also plant wholesome seeds for ourselves. avoiding immeasurable suffering now and in the future. What is verbal karma? A detailed explanation according to Buddhist teachings. Verbal karma, karma created through speech, is one of the three main types of karma in Buddhism. Body karma, actions by the body. Verbal karma, actions by speech. Mental karma, actions by thought. Among these three, verbal karma is ranked second in importance, right after mental karma, because speech is the direct instrument of the mind commands, and words carry it out. The Buddha taught very clearly, intention is karma. Sitanaham bhakave kamam badama. This means that the intention behind our words determines whether verbal karma is wholesome or unwholesome, not merely the words themselves. Blank. Underscore, blank. 1. The four types of unwholesome speech. The four verbal evils. The Buddha identified four kinds of speech that create heavy negative karma. Lying, false speech. Speaking untruthfully to deceive others for personal gain or to harm someone. Examples: tax fraud, business scams, pretending to be sick to avoid responsibility. Divisive speech, slander, tale-bearing. Speech that creates conflict and division between people. Example: telling person A bad things about person B, then telling person B bad things about person A, causing them to hate each other. Harsh speech, abusive or cruel words. Insults, humiliation, verbal abuse, and cruel criticism. Examples: calling a child stupid, yelling at an employee, "You're useless," posting hateful comments online, idle or useless talk, frivolous, meaningless chatter that brings no benefit. Though it may not directly harm others, it wastes precious time and strengthens mental distraction. Blank. Underscore, blank. 2. Why is verbal karma so powerful? Words spread quickly and cannot be taken back. A single cruel sentence can wound someone for a lifetime. Speech affects many people at once. A false accusation can reach thousands within minutes on social media. Verbal karma often arises from strong greed, anger, or ignorance. When emotions flare, harsh words are easily spoken without mindfulness. The results of verbal karma often return through speech itself, such as being born mute or stuttering, having an unpleasant or harsh voice, being frequently insulted or falsely accused, living in environments filled with verbal abuse. Blank. Underscore, blank. 3. Wholesome speech. Right speech in the Noble Eightfold Path. Opposite to the four verbal evils, the Buddha taught four forms of wholesome speech. Speaking truthfully, not lying. Speaking to create harmony, not divisive speech. Speaking gently and kindly, not harsh speech. Speaking meaningfully and at the right time, not idle talk. Right speech is a crucial part of the Noble Eightfold Path. Those who practice it plant good karmic seeds and receive results such as being respected by others, having trustworthy and persuasive speech, possessing a pleasant voice, living in harmonious environments. Blank. underscore, blank. 4. How to control and transform verbal karma. The Buddha did not teach total silence. That would be an extreme. Instead, he taught how to speak wisely. Before speaking, ask yourself 3 questions, found in the scriptures. 1. Is this true? 2. Is it necessary to say it right now? 3. Is it beneficial and spoken with kindness? If even one answer is no, it is better to remain silent. Mindful speech practices. Pause and observe your breath before speaking. When angry, count to 10 or recite Namo Amitabha Buddha to cool the mind. If you speak wrongly, repent immediately. Sincerely apologize and resolve not to repeat it. Diluting old karma with new wholesome karma. Even if we created negative verbal karma in the past, it can still be transformed by frequently speaking truthfully, encouraging and comforting others, chanting sutras or reciting the Buddha's name, powerful wholesome verbal karma. Performing major good deeds to pour fresh water into salty water. Blank. Underscore, blank. 5. Real-life examples of verbal karma results. Parents who constantly scold their children are often spoken to disrespectfully later in life. People who lie in business eventually lose credibility and are deceived in return. Those who stir conflict often end up isolated, because no one trusts them. In contrast, people who speak kindly and sincerely are widely loved, and their words carry great influence. Blank. Underscore, blank. Conclusion. Verbal karma is not just words that disappear in the wind. Every word we speak is a seed planted in our own mind and in the minds of others, destined to ripen into either sweetness or bitterness, now or in the future. Remember the story of the monk Tuesday Kong, who, because of one careless remark, "It sounds like a dog barking," suffered 500 lifetimes reborn as a dog. In today's world of social media, verbal karma is created more easily than ever. A single hateful comment can follow someone for life. Therefore, train in right speech every day. It is the way to protect yourself from suffering, and to bring peace and well-being to yourself and all beings. Let every word you speak be a flower of compassion, not a blade born of ignorance.